This video is co-sponsored by OSuite. OSuite is a revenue booster operated by AI agents, built to revolutionize the way web agencies are managed. From finding business opportunities to personal assistant, support and sales, you get easy and reliable execution with a free subscription model and no long-term commitments. If you want quality work without the headache, done effortlessly, check out osuite.ai.
Hey, it's Daps here and welcome to this YouTube channel. I'm super excited to have you join me in this video. Do you know what's crazy? Most freelancers and agencies are sitting on a gold mine, and the sad reality is that they don't even realize it. Every website that you've ever built could be paying you every single month, but instead you finish that project, you get paid once, and then you're back to hunting for the next client like it's another day again. And let's be honest, they also get exhausting. One month you're booked and busy, the next month you're refreshing your inbox, hoping a new project drops. That's not freedom, that's like a treadmill. But what if I told you that there is a way to flip this entire model? What if your past project started working for you instead of you always working for the next one? Because right now, big hosting companies are making recurring money from your client. They collect monthly fees, they build predictable income, and you did all the hard work, bring the client in, and walked away from a long-term profit. That changes today. If you're a freelancer, agency owner, or a web designer who wants income that shows up whether you're working or not, you are in the right place right now. You don't need to build servers, you don't need to build a huge team, you don't need to learn how to hone one small piece of a stack. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn simple web projects into a system that pays you every month, and how reseller hosting can quietly become the most powerful income stream in your business model. By the end of this video, hopefully you won't just see hosting as a technical thing, you will see it as a business move. Alright, let's break this down in the simplest way possible. Reseller hosting is basically this. You rent a hosting in bulk from a power provider and you resell it to your client under your own brand. That's it. You become the hosting company in your client's eyes. Your logo, your names, your pricing, your rules. That's the way it is. Think of this like you're not building servers, you're not maintaining hardwares, you are not dealing with data center. Your hosting company handles all those heavy liftings. You are just packaging the hosting as a service and you are attaching it to your business. It's the same way designer already resells domain, plugin, themes, maintenance. Hosting is just the missing piece most people never monetize. Right now, most freelancers do this. They build a website, they recommend the hosting company, they help the client sign up, and then they walk away. That's like introducing your friend to a business partner and letting that partner collect the money from your friend every month while you get nothing, even though you brought that client. With reseller hosting, that relationship flips. You become the one collecting the monthly payment. And the amazing thing is that the client doesn't feel so too. To them, it feels normal. Of course, their website is hosted by the person who built it. That's actually more professional. It feels more complete. And now here is even the beautiful part. You don't need to be technical to get this to work. You get two main tools that you need: WHM for you, cPanel for your client. So what exactly is WHM? Is your control room. That's where you create accounts, set limits, build packages, and manage all your clients from one singular place. It's like your admin dashboard, but for your hosting business. cPanel is what your client sees. It's their simple control panel where they get to manage their emails, their files, their domains, WordPress, backup, all the normal stuff. They don't see your hosting company, they see you. So from the client perspective, you are their hosting company. That alone changes how your business is perceived. Now let's talk about why you should care. Because reseller hosting turns your business from project-based to system-based. Project pays you once, system pays you repeatedly. A website is built in a moment, hosting is a relationship. When you combine both, you stop depending only on new sales. You start building income that stacks. Imagine this. You charge $30 a month for hosting. You have 10 clients. That's $300 a month. That's not life-changing yet. Now imagine 50 clients. That's $1,500 a month. 100 clients, that's $3,000 a month. And that's before you talk about anything like maintenance, support, update, or add-on services that you can offer your client. This is why hosting is powerful. It scales just there quietly. And the wild part, your clients are already paying someone for hosting anyways. You are not creating a new cost. You are just redirecting them where the money goes. So now the new model will be, instead of your client to pay your hosting company directly, they still pay your hosting company, but they pay through you. So you get to be the middleman, you get to set the pricing, you get to set the terms and conditions. And this is why reseller hosting isn't the tech future, it's a business model. It turns your freelance work into an ecosystem. It turns your random project into predictable income. It turns you from just a designer into a service provider. And once you understand that, you stop asking, how do I get more clients? You start asking the real question, how do I make each client more valuable long term? You see, that mindset shift there alone changes everything. Alright, so let's get real for a second. Reseller hosting sounds amazing on paper, but once you actually start running one, reality hits you pretty fast. Most people jump into it thinking it's another income stream. They set it up and forget it, but quickly you run into headaches nobody told you about. First off, performance anxiety. If you sign up for a cheap provider, you start onboarding clients and suddenly their sites are slow or unpredictable. No matter how generous your design are, if your client's site takes forever to load or goes down, guess who they get to blame? It's you. That's the reseller trap there, and it can kill your reputation fast. And there is this support nightmare. You are the middle person. Your client calls you when something breaks, but you're stuck talking to your hosting support team and they're actually not fixing things fast, slow responses, ghosted ticket. It's a nightmare, and clients don't stick around for such a long time. And branding, forget about it if your hosting doesn't let you white label your reseller properly. Some hosting slap their own logo on your client dashboard and suddenly you don't look like the expert anymore. You are just a middleman. That kills credibility and make it hard to grow fast. Pricing shock is another killer. A lot of hosting out there offer or lure you into low rate, but the renewal eats you and cost you your business. Now you have to either raise your prices or you eat the difference. And that's a lot of margin gone before you, and then you are struggling to scale, you are struggling to make a profit. Another thing to also still worry about is scalability. Oh boy, you start with 5 clients, then 20, then 50. Your plan maxes out. You scramble to upgrade, to migrate, or to adjust resources. It's stressful and technical. One wrong move and your client notices downtime and you lose their trust. The biggest problem here is that you don't actually control the server. So when things go wrong, you are explaining someone else's mistake to your client, and that's really not sustainable. These are the real struggles that make reseller hosting feel less like a revenue machine, but more like a juggling act. This is exactly where hosting.com steps in and flips the script, because reseller hosting doesn't have to be a headache. Hosting.com built its reseller platform with you in mind, the person who wants to run a real business, not babysit servers. First off, performance is rock solid because you have turbo servers, light speed, NVMe SSD storage, your client sites are fast, stable and reliable. No more slow load times or random downtime ruining your reputation. Next, full white label control. You are not reselling hosting.com. It's your brand, your custom logo, your custom name servers, branded client dashboard. Your client sees you, not some big faceless company. Credibility? instant. Hosting.com also give you access to WHM and cPanel. WHM is your control room. You create your account, manage your packages, set limits. cPanel is where your client sees simple, intuitive, everything they need to manage their website, their emails, their flyers. And once you can give your client this ease of use, you get happy client. You also get to manage your own website with a cPanel. And I think that's beautiful. Another cool thing about hosting.com is billing automation is baked in too. So you are not just only limited to selling hosting servers to your client. You can start the business of web hosting yourself. You can have your own website where people can go and then they can buy because you have WHMCS, or you have Blister, handle provisioning, handle invoices, handle renewals, reminders, or even support tickets. You are not glued to spreadsheet or manual tasks. Your business will run on autopilot. That's not even the best part. Security, you're covered. You have free SSL, DDoS protection, automated backups. Your client site are saved and you don't have to babysit every account. Plus, you also get 24/7 support, midnight onboarding, weekend troubleshooting. Hosting.com team has your back. No waiting for days for answers. And also, if you're moving your client from another host, migration is easy and seamless. You don't have to manually transfer your site or deal with downtime. Your revenue keeps flowing and client barely notice that you switch. In short, hosting.com remove all the typical reseller headaches like slow performance, like branding issues, clunky support, manual billing, and replaces them with a professional, scalable, automated platform just for you, which is exactly what you need if you want to run a hosting business that feels polished, reliable, and ready to grow. So right now, let me take you to my screen and let me walk you through hosting.com reseller offering so that you see exactly how to set things up yourself. So I'm not just talking over your head. Let me take you to my screen and let's get started. Good. So right on my screen here is hosting.com. Super amazing, intuitive platform. If you've not heard about hosting.com, wow. Really? Seriously? Hosting.com is just the market leader for hosting, especially in the WordPress ecosystem. So right now, let's check out their reseller plan. So if you come up here, we can easily just come to their reseller hosting. Rather, your hosting business, a powerful platform. So if you scroll down here, you'll be able to see all their plans. You can see starter here. You get to pay $25.50 per month. For a year term, and then you pay $305.95 today, and then you renew at $611. You see what I told you about clear pricing, so you know exactly what you're paying right now. You know exactly what you'll be paying on the renewal. Nothing is hidden. And for the starter pack here, you get to have 60 gigabyte disk space, 600 gigabyte of transfer, you have turbo server, you have WHMCS, you also have your WHM 30 client account. So it means that if you buy this account, you can create 30 cPanels account for your client. You also have labeled and unbranded control panel, free SSL, 2 gigabyte physical memory per cPanel user, unlimited website, 24/7 customer support, 30 days money back guarantee. You can also see all the other plans they have, like the Plus, the Pro, and the Max, and you can see what they are priced at. You can see majorly the difference will be in terms of the server resources you have, in terms of your disk space here, your transfer, and then the amount of cPanel account you have access to creating. And you can see from here is 30, is 60 here, is 90, is 130, and the disk space here is 60 gigabytes, 600 gigabytes here, 120, 1,300 here, 160, 1,600 here, 250, 3,500 gigabytes here. And that's it. I will always encourage that if you are starting out, start as small as possible as you can, and then you scale up as you keep growing and building clients. So the starter package here or plan here give you access to 30 client accounts. So you can have access to 30 cPanels. That is more than enough for you to get started. So you can just click the get started button and then follow the process. Something exciting is around the corner. For the billing term, my advice is for people to go as long as possible. The monthly plan here is never recommended in my opinion. I would always recommend that you go the yearly plan. 1 year is good, 2 years, 3 years. You can go as high as 3 years so that you can enjoy some certain discount. I know it's crazy, right? Because you see that if you are going 3 years, you're going to be paying $40.79 a month. But if you check what you will pay in terms of renewal fees after doing the 1 year, you will notice a significant difference if you want to pay that for 3 years. So if you pay entry level at $25 per month for 1 year, and then you pay the renewal fees for 2 years, you will be saving significantly if you go the 3-year term and paying $40.79. So it says here you're going to save 20%. And the next thing here is that you can choose server locations, and you have quite a number of options here, from Dallas, Texas, to Buffalo, New York, to London, UK, Singapore, Mexico, Sydney, Australia, Toronto, Canada, Mumbai, India, Frankfurt. You can see all of that. And then you have to register a domain name or transfer an existing domain name or use an existing domain name. And then you can add this to basket and check out for just $305.94, which is quite a reasonable amount to get access to their stack. And then you can stabilize your business in 1 year. So by the time you want to renew, you already have good client base that you can begin to sell your hosting services too. And I think that's quite very, very awesome. So right now, let's go to the back end of hosting.com and let's see how to set things up. So if I come here to my account here in hosting.com, if you just bought a reseller plan, you just need to come to your hosting servers or come to your product or services here. You should be able to see all the servers that you have. In my case here, I have a managed WordPress hosting here, and also have a reseller hosting here. And what I want to do from here is just come to manage or log in into your control panel. I need you to also know that once you invest in your reseller account, you would get an email that carry a lot of details for your reseller plan. So let me show you exactly what you'll be getting. So you'll be getting an email like this: welcome to your reseller starter, whatever plan you chose. You'll be able to see the domain name you registered. You'll be able to see your server name from here, and you have a link to your account directly from there, your login URL, your username, and then you can click this to set yourself a password, right? That's exactly how to get that done in case you are creating an account for the first time on hosting.com. And if you come down here, you also see your existing name servers, and I will show you exactly how to change this to custom name servers real quick. So this is what you'll be getting. A lot of details here, including your IMAP. You can see the server, your outgoing mail for SMTP. You're going to see that here. And that's quite very, very beautiful. So let's come back here and let's see what we can do from here. So if I go to manage, let's see what we have before we go into our cPanel. So every of the details I showed you earlier, you get to see them here too as well. So your account username, your name servers, your control panel, you can see that your IP address is here, your account domain name is here too as well, which is beautiful. You get to also see your billing cycle. Awesome stuff there. So now let's log into our control panel. That's where all the magic will be happening. WHM has been launched. Like I told you, this is your control room. This is where you'll get to manage everything, literally your business. So if you come down here, you can see the list of your account. You can create a new account for your customer in case they want to. But before you do that, the first thing you want to do really is to create packages that you want to sell. Right? So if you come down here to packages, you'll be able to see your packages, right? Let's try to add a package and let's click add a package. And this is where you now get to give your package a name. We can just do the conventional route. Let's do bronze first. And then this is where you get to set resources for this package. So by default here, everything is on unlimited, but you can change this. You can allocate disk space. For example, let's say we just want to do 100,000 disk space, which is good. Have a monthly bandwidth. Let's say we want to leave this as 100,000, but this we can change this maybe instead of 10 or 100, let's do 50. For these two, let's just do 50, right? And then maximum FTP account. How many accounts do you want people to be able to create for FTP on this plan? You can limit that. But this is where you get to be very, very creative with your offerings. You want to check your competitors. What are they offering? And then you want to make sure that you match that, or you can even do more. And that's the beauty about doing business, right? So you need to be very, very creative here. So I'm going to leave all this to your discretion. I'm not going to bother you with that. I'm just going to come down here, and then you can just come down to add this package. And you can see that has been added. We can also come here to add a package again. And we have options here to either also delete this package or edit under a package that you have created in case you want to make corrections to that. So for this now, we can just say maybe silver package. So let's select this, and let's just leave this as 100,000 and this as 1 million in terms of bandwidth. So feel free to be creative with this, like I said, and then let's just add this up. That's it. Let's create one more package, right? And let's call that gold. You want to make sure that you have packages, you have different offerings for your client. That's extremely important. So I'm going to go gold, and then I'll just leave all of them as unlimited, right? And then I can come down here and add this. All right, so if I want to see my packages, I can just come to, let's say, a DT package. I'll be able to see the list of the packages I just created right now. I can click to any of them and then edit them, right? So that's how super simple it is to sell packages based on the resources you have from your hosting account. All right, so that's it for packages. There are a lot of things you can do with WHM. I will not want to go over everything here. I just want to pick a few things that will be very, very important for our business, right? So the next thing you can want to do again is to come to your server configuration. And then if you come to basic web host manager setup, this is where you get to see your name servers. This is the default name servers that was sent to us as email and we saw in our account. If we want to change this to our default name servers, there are a few things we have to do. It's beautiful when your name servers carry details of your business, like your domain, right? So if you want to do that, we are going to come down here where we can specify our name servers. And if you want to do that, you want to go directly to your domain registrar, because you want to create that name servers first before you add them here. That's extremely important. If not, you might be having a downtime. So right now, I have registered this domain with Namecheap. I'm going to show you, but it's pretty much the same process with every domain registrar. If you can't follow the same process with yours, you want to reach out to their support to help you do that. So this is the domain name here. I just want to come to manage. We can go directly to advanced DNS. And from here, if we scroll down, we should be able to see a place here for name server. So this is where we get to register name servers. So if you come here, we have two options, either standard name servers or custom name servers. Your standard name servers are the same thing when you see name servers like ns1. Your domain name, ns2. Custom name servers are something entirely different. It can be your name dot your domain. Those are custom name servers, but let's just keep this standard and let's hit the plus. Let's hit the plus icon here. This is where we get to put our IP address. We want to come back here. We have our IP address from here. You also have that in your email sent to you. You can go copy that, and then I paste that here. And immediately you do that for your name servers, you want to come down here. Let's just do ns1. Let's do ns2. Good. So now if you want to see our name servers, we can just come to search under the standard name servers, and then this is pulling this out. So you can now see we now have name servers as ns1. You can see ns2.coc like coclen.site, and this is pointing to our IP address, right? That's basically what we want to do. But we can create this up to 4. So let's do this. Let's paste this, and let's do 3. Let's hit done. Let's do the last one here. Let me paste the name server, and then let's do ns4, and then let's hit done. All right, so that's it. Let's hit the search button now. We now have these name servers ready. So that's extremely important. You want to create these name servers first in your registrar before you go and upload these name servers to your reseller account. So now we can copy this NS1. So basically I just have to change it to 2, 3, and 4. So I can then come back to WHM. I can paste that here. You see that? So for the second one, I'll change 1 to 2. And then the third one, I'll change this to 3. And then the fourth one, I'll change this to 4. And that's it. Once you're done, hit save changes. This might take some time for your new name servers to propagate across the world, so you're going to give this some time for this to be ready. And that's how super simple it is for you to have branded name servers. So talking about branding, let's still say that you want to change what you want your client to see in your cPanel. So from here you can just easily come to customize. You can search that. So you can see that's under cPanel. So we come to customization. You can see that you can customize things from here, from your logos to your colors to favicons to link to your public contact. You can set them here. So that's exactly what your client would be seeing. So if you have your company logo, you want to upload them, you have even two options to upload your dark background and your light background. So you can see this logo here right now is on a dark background, and if the background is white, you get to see one with maybe the blue color or the black color. So you want to do that here for your logos. And also for your colors, you get to pick your brand colors from here because you want your cPanel to look highly customized and branded with your colors, right? And you get to also upload your favicon. Favicons are icons you see here on your browser, something like this. CP here for cPanel, N here for name chip. You can see that M here for Gmail, something like that. And then you upload this. And also for your link, in case you have help link or documentation link, you get to upload that here. And then you also get to upload your public contact, which should be your company name, and then your public contact URL, which would be your website for people to learn more about you. That's exactly how to customize your reseller so that you carries your brand details. Super cool and awesome, right? So now let's now see how we can manage the business, because right now, like I told you, it's not enough for you to be able to do all these things. Yeah, quite frankly, you can start creating account, but again, you may want to automate things, automate payment, automate billing. So if, for example, if you come to your account information here and come to list of account, you should be able to see your account. Like this is my account here, clearn.site, which is the domain I registered the account with. And then I get to see all my details. So you can see that's the only account here. I can add another account. You can say I can create a new account here for a client. And then I start selling, but I'll have to manually come here to post the account or remove the account when their subscription has expired, which is not very, very good. So what do we need? We need WHMCS. And how do we access that? We access that if we go to the cPanel. So right here, you can see the cPanel. Let's click this. This will launch the cPanel for our own account. You can see this is where I get to manage emails for myself and do all those good stuff like my customers we have for myself. But from here, we want to go to Softaculous app installer. I know a lot of us are very, very much familiar with that because we use that to install WordPress. That's super good, but there's a lot we can do with Softaculous beyond just installing WordPress, right? So there's Softaculous app installer. Let's launch it. We want to install WHMCS. So let's type that. All right, so we have WHMCS here. So this is the software that will help us do all the management. So now let's install this. To set up our software, we will need to select where we want to install this. Unfortunately, I would not even recommend that you install WHMCS on your domain, right? You want to make your website on that domain. I think you should create a subdomain, and then subdomain like client.yourwebsite.com or portal or payment, somewhere that you manage your client, right? So that looks like the portal. So that's what's recommended. And also for this, you might also want to make sure you install SSL. So now let's come back to our cPanel. Let's just go back. We want to ensure that we install a subdomain. That's extremely important. So let's come to our domain. So for my domain here, I can come to my domains. So this is the only domain I have here. So I can probably just create a new domain. I can call this client. I can just call this client.clearn.site, or maybe client or portal. I don't know, maybe client. Or should I just say client? Whatever it is you want to do is good. And this is a registered domain or a temporary domain, whatever it is. You definitely don't want this to be in the root, in the document root, because your domain should be in the public underscore HTML. You want to have a specific folder for this, which is good. So what you just need to do is just come down here to submit. This can take a moment. So as you can see here, we now have client.clearn.site, which is fantastic, right? So now we have a subdomain ready for us to install WHMCS, right? If we want this to work, definitely you want to make sure that you create an A record for this, right? That's extremely important. So you want to go to your domain provider and create an A record for your subdomains to work. This is not a tutorial for subdomains, and I want to believe you know how to do that. But again, let me show you how to do that. If we come down here, you want to come to advanced DNS like we did. You see, we don't have any record here whatsoever. Wow, that's not good. We need to add some record to configure our domain, right? Since we are now using Nameservers from this domain name, let's add some A record here. The first thing we want to add here is our A record, and I will just do add. And then I will need to put my IP address again. So if I come here, okay, I should come here. Oops, there is a need. Oh, I'm logged out. I will need to log in again. All right, so now let's come back here. Let's copy IP address, and then let's come back here. Let's paste that here. And then let's tick this. And then what we want to do is to create another A record, and that will be for subdomain, which is client. And then I want to put the IP address here, and then I want to also do this. You might also want to create a CNAME for www version of your domain name, whatever. This is not really a DNS tutorial, right? But I just needed to show you this. And then let's come back to WHM here. So let's come back to our cPanel from here. For you to create your SSL, you might just want to come to security here, come to your SSL and TSL status. As you can see here, an SSL has been created for clearn.site, but you can see that SSL was not created for this, and that's because we didn't have a record for this. So now let's try to auto run this. Let's see if this would work. But this can take some time to propagate, like I told you. So if it's not working now, I will understand why. This is taking a lot of time, but we can see the error already is telling us that this does not resolve to any IP address on the internet. So this is still taking time to resolve. So maybe that's the reason why this is taking time. You can see page will refresh in 5 seconds. Let's see if this has been able to resolve and we have a domain. Oh, good stuff. This is done. As you can see here, super awesome. I'm quite very impressed with how fast this has been able to resolve in just some few minutes or few seconds. That's super impressive. So right now we can just continue with Softaculous. I'm tempted to come to WordPress, but let's come here. If this will take us to Softaculous, from here let's just type WHMCS. We have it here. Now let's install this. Now for us to continue, now we can select our subdomain, which is now client that we would like to use, and then the version, that's the current version. We're going to leave that. If we come down here for our admin account details, I might want to change this. Maybe I'll just want to use my name, dapps. I can hide this, and then I can change my admin password. Make sure you use a password that you are very comfortable with and the one you can remember. My first name, I can just still call this dapps2 as well. I can leave last name as administrator. I might also want to change my email here. Make sure you use an email that is correct. If not, you would not pass. And also my company name, I can say Learn. Okay, I have that highlighted here. Folder, admin folder, that's fine. For my email here, I can still do the same, dapps. And then we need to put a valid license key. That's extremely important. If you just purchased your reseller hosting from hosting.com, you might want to reach out to them via support to provide you the license key. That's extremely important. That's exactly what I did too as well. So if you come to hosting.com on your dashboard, you can just go to ticket here, manage ticket, place a ticket, and just request for WHMCS, just like I did here. You can see. And then if I open this up here, you can see the transaction. I just said I want a license key for my WHMCS, and then they responded, okay, which account? That one. I said yes it is, and then they provided me. Just go to your product console for you to get that. So if you come to your products and services and come to all products, you should be able to now see WHMCS license here, and you can click it, and from there you can now copy your license like this, and then you can come back here and then you can paste your license here, right? So that's it. Once you come down, you can English, you can just now install WHMCS. Awesome. So congratulations, the software was installed successfully, and then we can have a link now to go check this out, and also our administrative URL here. So first off, let's just click this to check this out. So you can see this is now our portal ready. Is very lame and basic, not well styled. I'm supposed to show you how you can customize this, but unfortunately I will not be doing that in this tutorial. In another tutorial, dedicated tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how you can build yourself a reseller website that you can start selling hosting as a service, just the same way we have hosting.com selling, so that you can have the styling of your website here for your portal here. I'm going to show you that how to do that in another video. If that video is a video you really want to see, you want me to prioritize that video, do let me know let me know in the comment section that you really would want to see that video, and I'll be happy to prioritize that video for you to see. So this is good. There's still a lot of things we have to do here to customize things for us to be able to now sell our hosting packages. So let's come back to Softaculous here. Let's go to admin URL, where we'll need to log in into WHMCS. So you have to put your username and password, the same thing you said. You remember I did mine as dapps, and then I use a password. I'll log in into this. All right, so we are now inside WHMCS. So this is where we get to customize things. Let's close this up. What's new? That's good. Let's close this up too as well. All right. So from here, you'll be able to see all the details. We can add a new client, new order, create new. So what WHMCS is doing in essence is bridging the gap between our WHM packages that we created and then our website. So if you have a website where you sell, or you have a portal where your customers reach out to you, or there where you manage them, you want to bridge the gap because they should be able to buy their hosting account without you necessarily having to create an account for them, and then you can automate payment and do all those good stuff, right? So this is just a step ahead. It's okay if you don't want to sell publicly, you can use WHM alone to create the account. You don't want to publicly sell your hosting, you don't want your client to be able to go to a portal where they can buy their hosting, they can renew, they can buy domain names, they can do all those good stuff. So this is where you get to do all of those stuff. First thing we want to do from here is for us to set up an account. Ideally, I should have a notification here to go through an onboarding process, but since we don't have that, we can come here and then we can come to getting started wizard. So this will just guide us through everything we need to do to get things up. So the first thing here is allow third-party tracking. You might want to do this to help WHMCS. You can go next. Tell us about your company. You want to put the details here and then continue. And then help us customize your experience. How many employees do you have? Blah, blah, blah. So just put something random here. I'm selling product online, offline, whatever. Just fill your details there accurately, and then once you are done, you need to upload your logo here. All right, so I have my logo there, and then I can hit the continue button. This is where you get to put your business address details. That's extremely important, but I'll skip this for now. This is where you now get to set up payment gateways for your WHMCS, because if you want to take payment from your clients, you need to have a payment gateway where they can pay you. By default here, you can just use PayPal. You can also connect your Stripe, and also you can take offline payment and you can take check payment. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you again how you can connect more payment gateways in case you don't want to use any of this. So right now I can just say I want to pay with PayPal, and then I can connect PayPal, and then there'll be a pop-up here for me to sign in into a PayPal account that I want to use to receive payment. You're all set. You can see I've linked WHMCS to this, and then I can close this up, and that's it. PayPal set. Like I told you, I'm going to show you how you can connect more payment gateways going forward. And the next thing here is to decide if you want to sell domain names, but definitely you should be selling domain names and what type of TLD extensions that you want to sell. You can see all of them here are ticked by default, so that's good. You might want to skip this, but I'll just continue this. This is good. And then choose how you register domain name. You might want to create an account with Enum. Enum is an ICANN accredited agent that you can easily register with to sell domain names through them, and that's extremely important. So if you really do want to do this, what you would do naturally here is to create an account with them, and then the next step, they will ask you to put in all your details and do all those kind of stuff. I'm not sure I want to go through that right now, but let's just continue. Let's see. So you can see here your first name, last name, put all your details here, and then you continue. I'll skip this, like I said. Right, so this is where you get to set the price for your TLD. If I did that, we'll be able to do a test purchase, but I'm sorry, unfortunately, I will not be able to do that right now. So since I did not register this, if I had registered my Enum account, I'll be able to see how much the registrar will charge me for every of my TLD extensions, and then how much I now want to charge for them. At least I'll be able to mark up a little. So if register is selling maybe the .com domain to me for $10, I might want to sell it for $15 or $12 so that I can make a profit. So that's exactly how it works here. So you can just easily come down here and just do 10% markup or 10% markdown, whatever it is, something like that. But unfortunately, we didn't choose that. So I might just want to skip that. Then you need to connect your first server. You want to definitely choose cPanel here. This is where you need to now put your host name and your IP address, username, and your password, and then test connection. So for you to be able to get these details I showed you earlier, we have that inside of our hosting account. So let's come back home. I'm supposed to come to our product, sorry. Come to reseller. All right, so this is where we have all our details. This is our IP address. Let's copy this. I'm sure I was supposed to fill that. Okay, so that's the first thing, host name or IP address. Let's put IP, yeah, username for root, and then password. So this is my username here. I'm going to copy this. Let's come back here. I'm going to paste that here. And then the password is my password for my account, right? You can see, yeah, success connection verified. And then I can just continue. All right, so let's close this. You can boost sales with Market Connect. There are other things you can do from here. You can add to your hosting. So, but I'm going to leave this right now, and then let's just continue. So I'm going to leave all of these right now. Let's skip this, and this is done here. Setup complete. So now let's go to admin dashboard. So like I told you earlier, if you want to add more payment gateways, you just need to come to your settings here. You can come to apps and integrations. From here, you'll be able to see lots of apps integration here. This is loading up. All right, so you can see here now you have lots of applications here that you can install. You can see enum, like I told you earlier. So you just want to come here and type in whatever payment gateway you want to use. You should be able to see a lot of them here. So if I just come up here and type payment, so you can see the ones I recommended already. To check out authorize.net, PayPal payment, Skrill, Stripe. You can see them here, a number of them, lot of payment gateways here that you can still add to your WHM. So you can come here and search for that, and then you can install that by all means. So that's exactly how you can add more payment gateways to this. The next thing here that will be extremely important for you to do to be set to start selling your hosting package and managing them with WHMCS here is for you to create your packages. Remember, we created packages inside of WHM. You want to create them here, and once you do that from here, you would need to go to your WordPress website where you want to sell your hosting account, and then install a plugin called WHMCS Bridge. So that will help you bridge everything you have here inside of your WordPress so that you can easily sell every of your packages here on your WordPress website. That will be in another tutorial. Like I told you, wait for that. If it's a video you want to see, do let me know. I'll prioritize that. So let's come here and let's come to system settings. I hope that's where I should go. Yeah, that's where I should. And then from here, I want to come to our product and services. Yeah, we have that here. So this is where I need to start creating product. First, I want to create a product group, and I can just call this shared hosting, WordPress hosting, depending on the kind of hosting you want to create, right? So I can just say shared hosting, right? Product group headline, product group tagline, you can give that, and then you have the option here to choose a template, but you don't need to worry. Most likely you would want to use the template that you use on your WordPress website to be able to sell, so you don't need to bother about this. Like I said, I'm going to show you that in another video. And then you want to add available payment gateways that you have. In case you don't want certain payment gateways to sell, you can exclude them, but you will see all the available payment gateway you have on your website. You have on your WHM, sorry. For me here is only PayPal, so I have PayPal here. And also check this, if this is a hidden group. This is not hidden, so I'm going to leave this the way it is, and then I will save this. That's good. So now let's go back to our product list, and then now we are inside our shared hosting. Now we can now create packages or product for our shared hosting. So now I can come to create a new product. Yeah, this is a shared hosting. You might also want to create a product for maybe a reseller hosting or a server VPS, a server and VPS, or other kind of product really. Here I'm going to pick up my product group, which is shared hosting, that has been highlighted by default. Then I'm going to give this product a name. Remember that we created, if we come back to WHM, from here if we come to edit a package, we'll be able to see our package here, which is bronze, silver and gold, right? So we want to replicate that same. So if we come here, we can then say, right? And then want to choose our module. From here, you want to choose cPanel. Create as hidden is turned on. You want to say no because this is not hidden. If you leave this as hidden, it will not be available for you to see on your front end, right? So we hit the continue button, and we have other details here that we can put for this, like product tagline, short description, product description. This is extremely important for your product description. What I would advise that you do is that you can check your competitors for inspiration, and then you can, like I told you, it was something I told you when we're creating product inside WHM. So for example, you might just want to maybe use hosting.com the home page, and let's come to a normal web hosting, not reseller hosting this time. And if we come down here, you can take inspiration here from their own package. The first package is starter. We can say this is our bronze, and then we can then copy maybe all of the features here. This is just for example purpose. If hosting.com were to be my competitor, I can do that, and then I can just come here and paste all that details here. But what I want to do is all this space here might not be necessary. All right, so we have that sorted. Our product color, you can give it a color, whatever it is you want. And once you are done, you can just come down here to save changes. That's good. So there's some other things we can still do from here, like the pricing. If we come down here, you can see that by default here, the pricing is set to free. We can make this a one-time payment or a recurring payment. Apparently, a recurring payment will be good for this. After this, right now, we would now need to probably set our pricing. So for our monthly, we might want to enable this, and we might just say we want to charge, let's just say $10 monthly, right, for this. And you might also want to maybe charge quarterly, semi-annually, annually, or biannually. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to do monthly, and I'm going to do annually just for tutorial. And for annually, the idea is that you should give them certain level of discount for them to be able to buy annually. So if they were to buy $10 monthly for 1 year, that should be $120. So I might just want to leave my annual plan as $100. Right, so that's it. I'm not going to teach you how to price your your packages, so feel free to be creative with that. So once you do this, you can save changes. All right, so I think that's done. The next thing here is module setting. Good. So from here, you can see the module name is cPanel, which is good. Server group. What is most important here is for you to make sure that you link your WHMCS with your WHM package. So you can see here by default here is able to see the package here, bronze, silver. I don't know why gold is not showing, but at least I can see bronze and silver from here. Maybe when we get to that, we can refresh this. But once you do this and you are not seeing this, you might want to reach out to support to help you. There's a lot of things you can do here, like disk spacing. You might want to turn that off and on, and all these other metric billings. I don't really want to spend time here. So now let's save this. So we are good with this. Some other things like custom field, you can check that here. Configuration options, so upgrades, that's what's extremely important. You might want to allow that they upgrade. So if you check this, they should be able to upgrade to other packages, but I'm not seeing my package upgrades here. I don't know why that is. I should be able to see that they can upgrade from maybe bronze to silver and to gold. Okay, maybe that's because I've not created other packages. That's the only package I have here. So ideally, I should have created all the packages before I go through all of this. So that's extremely important. Then I can do free domain in case I want to offer free domain for this package. But basically what most people do is to allow free domain just for 1 year and they renew as normal. So if you want to give free domain as part of the package, you might just want to come down here. And then you can also select the TLD extensions that you want to use for free. For most people, they just want to give you maybe .com or .org, or all the popular ones, the ones that are not too expensive. Basically, that's literally up to you. And then once you're done, you can save your changes here. You can feel free to go through other things here like cross-sell, other links, and all this kind of other cool stuff. I don't want to waste so much time, so I think I'm done with bronze now. Let's create a new product again, and this time around is silver. Shared hosting product name now will be silver. right? Our module here will be cPanel, and no, I don't want this to be hidden, and then I continue this. Just like we did earlier, I was supposed to put our product description and details here, so we can still come here and then maybe copy this one now for that. Let's come back here and let's paste that here, because you have to make sure you give them a description. They have to know what that package is about or what they will be getting. You can see one free domain name is here, so you have to be very careful to make sure that you are offering every of the services that you list here. So that's it. So once you're done here, you can just save changes. Feel free to customize this however you want. And that's it. We can still go into the pricing and all those stuff, but I'm going to come back to that. Let's just create the last one here, which is our gold package. So create a new product, and then we give this gold, and as usual we set this to cPanel, and then we toggle this off, then we continue. I should have copied the other description here, but I'm going to leave this description empty. I don't want to waste time doing that. Do you get the idea? So let's save this. So that's it. So we have this sorted. So now we can now go through pricing for this. As usual, we want this recurring. So before, the pricing was $10 for the first one. This one we can enable monthly, and this one can be 100, right, for monthly, and then annually we can say 1000, right? So feel free to set this however you want to. Let's save changes, and then let's come to our module settings. This is where we want to set the package. I can't see my good package here. I said that earlier. I might want to reach out to support for that, or check out my API connections. I don't want to bother you with that, so I'm just going to leave this as bronze or silver, but I don't know why that is. I don't know why I can't see that, and I have the package from here. If this were left to me, I'll just go to hosting.com. I'm going to create a support ticket for them to be able to help me solve this. But the easy way to solving this, that is the easiest way, and I think I'm a lazy person. I like the easy way out. But if you really want to do this, you can just come to manage API connections. You can open this up in a new tab. So if we come to WHM here, we can also search for API, and we can manage API tokens. And we can see that we already have WHM token here already. So I now really don't know why this is. So it means that there's a token here already created for us for WHMCS for WHM. So by default, this should work. So if you have this issue here, what you should do is just reach out to support. They should be able to help you clarify or solve the problem. Right, so that's it for this. You can go through all the other settings, and then the field name, the text box, you can see all those cool stuff. I showed you upgrade, so you can see here. Definitely, if you're on a good package, you can upgrade to any of these two. So let's come back. Let's just save these, and then let's come back. So that's exactly how you can create your product from here. So if you come to silver, it's still free. We might want to just edit that. So if I come here, I can edit this from here, and then I can go through the pricing. I can make this recurring. Let's just say I want to make this monthly, and maybe the price for this should be like 50. And then for annually, I can just say 500, and then I can save changes. For my module settings, definitely cPanel server group. So for our module, as usual, we want to choose our WHM package here as silver. And then another thing you want to also do here is, do you want to install WordPress? Another thing you also want to do here, I forgot to mention that earlier, is installing of WordPress. Who is allowed to install WordPress? Don't, by default it says don't allow admin install. You want to allow admin install, and that's you want to be able to install WordPress on behalf of your client. You also want to allow your client to be able to install WordPress themselves. That's extremely important. And you might want to allow automatic installation, but this will not be necessary if this is a web package. If this were to be WordPress package, you might want to allow installation of WordPress, because anybody who is buying a WordPress specific hosting definitely wants to use WordPress. So depending on the kind of package you're creating, you should be able to use all of this. The metric billing is something you can work on. And finally here, do you want to automatically set the product as soon as an order is placed, or you want to do this as soon as the payment is received? Automatically set up product even when it is still pending order, or do not automatically set up any products. This is extremely important for every of your packages, but what I would want to do is automatically set up this product as soon as the first payment is received. That's extremely important. You want to make sure you create that and then you save your changes. All right, so for custom field, you can choose that in case you want to have custom field. Configuration options, upgrades, there definitely people should be able to upgrade to gold, and then we can save these changes. If you want them to get free domain, do cross sells, you can also go back to filling that. And that's pretty much some basic settings you need to do here inside WHMCS for you to be able to sell. And you are good to go starting selling here. If we come to the front end now and refresh this, you can see that we are good now. We can begin to, you can see our domain name is here. You can see our store. Someone can now maybe buy a domain name from us. You can browse our product, and then you can see shared hosting. We now have the bronze, we have the silver, and then we have the gold. As you can see, all the things they are going to get from this, you're going to also see the silver. They can order these right now, and then they can choose a domain name that they want to use. You can see this is super beautiful, right? But you can see that this is not all well set up. This is not looking very professional, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in my next video. I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can set up your own reseller website professionally, and then you'll see how everything works together, how you can have the same styling you have on your website here too as well, and then you'll have a beautiful website. You are in business. If you want to see that video, let me know in the comment section that I should prioritize that video for you. I'll be happy to do that. And this is where I want to end this video. It's been pretty much long. I hope I've been able to make you see in this video how you can begin to get recurring revenue from your freelance business, agency business, web design business, as the case would be. So go experiment with this and start making a whole lot of money for your business. That's my time. I'll see you in another one. If you find this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If you have any issues whatsoever setting this up, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to hear from you. Or most likely just reach out to hosting.com customer care. They should be able to help you with every issue or any issue whatsoever that you have. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, take care of yourself.